Title: The Day the Mexican Mafia Kidnapped Me. You never forget the sound of tires crunching dirt when it's the last thing you hear before everything changes. I was down in Sonora, Mexico. It wasn't supposed to be dangerous. I was just visiting family, soaking in the warmth, the food, the quiet rhythm of a town untouched by the chaos you hear about on the news. But that day, things shifted. I was walking back from the little market on the corner, a bag of tamales in one hand, a Coke in the other. The street was empty, too quiet. I didn't notice the black SUV until it stopped behind me. The door swung open, and 4 men in masks rushed out. No words, just force. I was in the car before I could scream. Blindfolded, zip-tied, driven for what felt like hours. When they finally pulled me out, the sun was setting. My feet touched dirt, dry, cracked, and endless. Somewhere in the desert, they shoved me into a makeshift building, bare walls, one flickering bulb. I could smell gasoline and metal. There were others in there, 2 for men, 2 women, all taken like I was. The cartel didn't ask for money. They asked questions. Who did I know? Who was I with? What was I doing in their territory? I kept telling them I was just a visitor, just family. But trust doesn't mean anything to people who live off fear. One man, they called him El Cuervo, kept circling me. Calm, precise. He asked me what I valued most. I said my life. He laughed and said, "Wrong answer. Life is the cheapest thing here." The second night, we heard gunfire in the distance. El Cuervo told us not to worry. It was just business. That's when I realized we were pawns in a bigger game. Bargaining chips. Maybe a message to someone. Then came the third day. They pulled us out one by one. I thought it was the end. But instead, they let us go. They didn't explain. No ride. No money. Just dumped us on a road 30 miles from the nearest village. The desert felt like it was swallowing us whole. I made it back to civilization eventually, dehydrated and sunburnt. When I filed a report, the local authorities shrugged. Said I was lucky, that most don't walk away. And they were right. I came back different. Jumpy, quiet, hyper-aware. And every now and then, I think about El Cuervo's eyes. The way he looked through me. I still don't know why they let us go. But I know I left a part of myself in that desert. And maybe that's what they really wanted.